So in the Sefer Klalim of the Kabbalah of the Ramchal, we were speaking about the different times of the creation of our existence. That within this world we have the domain of the physical body, and the soul is related with the physical body, but we don't really aware so much of our soul, unfortunately. And it's the soul is giving the sustenance through the ruach, and the nefesh gives the sustenance to the physical body, but what we are experiencing is basically the physical body. And after we get our days passed away, so then the body goes down to the grave, and the Ramchal is explaining that this is a parable or manifestation of what was prior within the creation, which is the shattering of the vessels. So like the shattering of the vessels, they broke down and fell down into the lower realms. So also our body, after we passed away, is going down into the earth, which is the lower realms, the lower dimensions. And then, after a certain time, there's the time of the resurrection of the dead. So that means the time of the tikkun. So that future to come, it means the time of the domain of the soul, right? That in the time of the resurrection of the dead, so even though we will have physical body, but we will be very, very aware of our soul, and the main part that will be active within us will be our soul, and the body will be nullified to the soul. And it is the time of the tikkun of the broken vessels, when they going back to the world of Atzilut. Right? That's what we were discussing previously. So now the Ramchal is saying on that, explaining that, that what will be in that time of future to come. So he's explaining that there is a concept of ger, but not ger as a convert, ger as someone that is like living in a state that does not belong to that state. Yeah,
like the avot,
like our forefathers in Egypt, for example. Yeah, so they were like gerim in the land of Egypt. They were living there, but it was not their place. It was not their house, their home. So right now, the soul is like ger within this world. It's like it's in this world, but really it's not part of that world. It's like for now, for certain time, and then future to come, it will switch. The body will be like ger, like it's like a guest. It doesn't have the control, doesn't have the strength. And he's saying that we can learn about this concept from the angels that came to Avraham Avinu, and like different occasions that sometimes there's angels that are revealing themselves in this world. So this world is not a world of angels usually, right? Everything in this world have connection to different angels, but the place of the angels is the like higher realms generally. For some cases, sometimes there is a need that the angels will come to this world and do some kind of a mission in this world. And again, they are like ger in this world. They are using this world, they are going through this world, but it's not their place, right? Another example that the Ramchal brings is about Moshe Rabbeinu. When he went to Har Sinai, so it said for 40 days he didn't eat, right? And it says in the Midrash that he ate the food of the angels. So in other words, he was like ger in the higher realms. So even though he's a human being and he still had physical body, so he's related with this world, but for those 40 days, actually it was 120 days, because it was 3 times 40 days, but for those days that he was like not eating, it's not only that he was not eating, he nullified his body, so he was not part of this world. He was part for a certain limited period of time. He was part of the upper world. So that is an example for us of that connection. Okay? Now, Baruch Hashem, everything falls into place. So this is an understanding for us of what's going to be future to come. Okay? That it's not about changing the nature of the world. The world stays as it is. But there is a certain relation that is different between the physical and spiritual. Okay? All the time we have physical, we have spiritual. Also future to come we'll have also physical and also spiritual. But we're changing the relations between them. What is the main ingredient? What is the ingredient that is nullified to that? Right? So it's like we're learning in halachot Berakhot, right? Like the main ingredient is what you're saying the bracha for. That's right. What is the main ingredient of our existence? So again, now we are living in this world. The Ramchal explains this is like the world of Nekudim, the sharding of the vessels, right? There is a world that is future to come, the resurrection of the dead, which is parallel to the Tikkun. This is called Brudim. Okay. Previously, before the Nekudim, there is a higher world that is called Akudim, that we're discussing and I explained in different classes. That this is another higher level of existence that is later stage within the future to come. So the way the Ramchal brings it, when we speak about future to come, is very general, very vague. There's many levels within that. So which stage you're talking about? So there is stage of just the tikkun per se. So we're still within that world, but the spiritual, our souls, are domain within the physical. And then there is a higher level of existence that is like much later future to come, that we're going up to the world of the Akudim and even higher than that, that is like levels upon levels of elevations, that is for that purpose of reaching those heights. So where exactly we're holding and how long we have to wait, that's a question that many people ask me, but what I say is what I heard from bigger rabbis than me, that
looks like pretty soon.
That we believe, we want to say that everything is soon, but practically no one knows. We know the truth is that no one knows. As far as I know, no one knows. Mm-hmm. And whoever says that he knows, so probably he doesn't know. And those that knows, they don't say anything.
Dreams don't lie.
Anyhow, whatever it is, we have to be patient. Even if it is today, still we have to be patient. And for sure, if it's not today, we have to be patient. As much as we are patient, and we trust Hashem that it goes in the right direction and everything comes in the right time, so then we can be happy and satisfied with whatever is the level of existence that we're experiencing. And Bezrat Hashem, there is a possibility, like I said many times, of Olamcha tireh bechayecha, to see the future to come within this lifetime. So we don't have to wait like thousands and thousands of years to experience those levels of elevations that the Ramchal is speaking about. What the Ramchal is saying is like generally for the whole creation. So together as a whole creation, as one unity, there will be times of that everything will be elevated as one. So in that aspect, in those times, there won't be free choice anymore. As they say, by hook or by crook, you have to be elevated. There's no other choice. Okay. Now we are still in a level of existence that there is free choice, and we can choose to strengthen and to connect to our physical being, or to connect and to strengthen our spiritual being. So as much as we are connecting and strengthening our spiritual being, we have the ability of experiencing what will be future to come within that big elevation that will be for the whole creation, right? So the extreme example is what the Ramchal was saying about Moshe Rabbeinu, that even though he was within this world, within the physical body, but he was for a certain time, long time, he was like an angel. He was like living as an angel in the spiritual realm. He didn't need to eat the food of this world. He need, right? So we're not Moshe Rabbeinu. Yes, I'm not. I'm not comparing myself to Moshe Rabbeinu, but that's an example for us of what it's possible to achieve by a human being, someone that is really dedicating himself, right? So each one according to his level, right? But even to have like a tiny bit of elevation, it's definitely worth it, right? Some people think, if I can't be like Moshe Rabbeinu, so it's not worth it for me to do anything. I'll stay like an animal. Oh, that's a big mistake, right? Anything that we are, any privilege that we have to experience any way of elevation, it is a big positive mission for each one of us as individual and also as a group of people, right? So anytime we have some group of people, right? Here we have like few people together, that we are here because we have a certain inspiration to work on ourselves and to get some spiritual elevation. So anytime that there is anything like that, the more the merrier. So it brings a momentum of elevation to the whole world, right? So that's a part of the reason that I'm doing all of this project and doing and publishing all of this Torah online and so on, is for that purpose, to give this inspiration that as much as we can, we're creating a momentum of elevation. So each one is supporting another one. Each person that is working himself a little bit, so is awakening another few souls, another few sparks to elevate themselves as well. And one is supporting the other. So each one together, that creates that momentum. As much as it increases and grows, so then it becomes to be easier and easier for people. So even people that it used to be for them, like they saw themselves like, me, Kabbalah, what are you saying? Meditation? Come on, it's not for me. I'm a pshat guy, it's like, but you see that today it becomes to be like very, very easy and very, very approachable for people that were very far from it in the past. Why? Because there's a certain momentum that is going within the world. And obviously that's what Hashem wants. Hashem brings it to the world. So as much as we are becoming to be part of that, so I gave this example in the newsletter that I sent last week, that is like a wave that is rising up. So you can be on top of the wave, and then you can enjoy you can enjoy the ride when you're on top of the wave. But someone that is trying to fight with the wave, it's not a good idea. When it's a big wave, it's a you don't want to try to fight with it. So B'ezrat Hashem, we will be part of that elevation. We will be part of that momentum, and support each other and inspire each other. And B'ezrat Hashem, this is the way of the redemption. B'ezrat Hashem. Amen. Amen.